day. You made it through 3 days of the week so far. Say, woo, woo. I made it thus far and I'm happy about it. I'm excited that you're here today to keep learning math and growing your brain. To keep learning math and growing your brain. All right, so since you're ready to grow that brain today, I want to refresh your memory. Yesterday, we learned about division. And I sung that little song about division, Dan, you're there when you're in trouble. Division, Dan, is there on the double. If you want to equally share, Division Dan is there and he cares. You don't know how many to give. He'll help you decide so everyone can happily live. Remember that? So we learned that we can equally share yesterday. We made equal groups because division is breaking apart a number into equal parts. And we did just that yesterday by putting it in equal groups. That was a strategy. We divided by putting them into equal groups. Now today, another strategy I'm going to teach you is this. We can solve a division equation by using repeated subtraction. We can solve the equation by subtracting the same number over and over again. Say it over and over again. All right, I bet you didn't know that, did you? Let's look at this first problem that I put here. 18 divided by 6. My bigger number being shared with 6 groups. Now, since I'm not going to actually make groups today, remember, I'm going to subtract the same number over and over again. Now, I'm going to take away my divisor. I'm going to subtract 6 until I reach 0. I'll say it again. Here's my bigger number, but I'm going to subtract 6, my divisor. I'm going to subtract it until I get 0. Say subtract until I get 0. Subtract until I get 0. Exactly. That's what you do. So that's what I did here. I started with 18. I subtract 6 the first time. I got 12. Then I have 12. I subtract 6 again. I get 6. Now I have 6. I subtract 6 again. And then I get 0. I subtracted 6 one time, 2 times, 3 times. I subtracted 6 how many times? Right, I had to subtract 6 until I got 0. I subtract my divisor from the bigger number until I get 0. Then my answer is however many times I had to subtract it until I got 0, okay? I took away 6 from 18 3 times to get 0. 18 minus 6 minus 6 minus 6 equals 0. See, minus 6 minus 6 minus 6 equals 0 because 18 minus 6 is 12, 12 minus 6 is 6, and 6 minus 6 is 0. Woo! I said a lot. But it's really easy if you just think about the strategy that I just taught you. All I do is subtract my divisor from my dividend. I keep on subtracting until I get 0. Say subtract until I get 0. Subtract until I get 0. Exactly. Remember, I take away my divisor. I take away my divisor until I get 0. The amount of times I take away is my answer. The amount of times that I take my divisor away is my answer. Okay, now we're going to practice together by doing repeated subtraction. Say yeah! Woo! All right, here we go. I'm going to use repeated subtraction as my strategy to solve my division equation. We take away our divisor from the larger number until we get 0. All right, let's start. 12 minus 6 equals what? We can either count on, or if you know your double time facts, you would know. I'm going to count on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was 6. So 12 minus 6 is 6. Now I take that answer and I subtract 6 again. 6, take away 6, it's 0. So 6 minus 6 is 0. All right, I got 0. Remember, I take away my divisor until I get 0. So let's see, how many times did I take away 6? I took it away 1 time. I took it away 2 times. So I know 12 minus 6 equals 0 because 12 minus 6 is 6 and 6 minus 6 equals 0. I took away 6 2 times until I got 0. So my answer is 2 because I took away 6 2 times until I got 0. 12 divided by 6 equals 2. Go you. I see you following along. You're really working hard to understand this. Keep going. All right, now let's look at the next one. 15 divided by 5. I subtract my divisor. I subtract my divisor just like I did here until I get 0. Let's try it. 15 minus 5. Who knows it? If I take away 5 from 15, what do I have left? 10. Now I take the 10 and I subtract 5 again. 10 minus 5 is 5. I still don't have 0. I keep subtracting. Now 5 minus 5 equals 0. Oh, I finally got to 0. Now I can count how many times I needed to subtract 5 until I got 0. Let's count together. I subtracted 5 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. So I know my answer is however many times I subtracted until I got 0. Okay? So I took away 5 from 15 3 times to get 0. So 15 divided by 5 is 3 because I subtracted 5 3 times. Now let's do the next problem. Okay, now I see that it starts off differently. It tells me already how many times I subtracted. So it's starting off the opposite way. Instead of us starting off with our division equation, we're starting off with how many times we subtracted. Remember, however many times we subtracted from that bigger number tells us what our answer is. So we can look at this to figure out what the equation is going to be and what the answer is going to be. I already know that my bigger number is 8 because I'm taking away from my bigger number. So that means my dividend is going to be 8. That's my bigger number. Now, let me see. I know that my divisor is 2 because this is the number that I'm taking away each time. Now I can figure out how many times I took away my divisor to get my answer. I took it away 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Same thing here. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. So because I took away my divisor 4 times, that is my answer. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. Let's try the next one. It starts off with my dividend, my biggest number, so I already know this is my biggest number. This is the dividend, the first number. What am I dividing by? I already see it. The number that I subtract over and over again. That's my divisor. Now, I figure out my answer by knowing how many times I subtract this divisor. See, I subtracted. Let's count how many times. Here it says 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Let's check here. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. So 9 minus 3 minus 3 minus 3 equals 0. How do I know it's 0? Because I subtracted. 9 minus 3 is 6. That's my first time. Then 6 minus 3 is 3. That's my second time. And then 3 minus 3 equals 0. I took away 3 from my divisor. How many times? 3 times. So, 9 divided by 3 equals 3. I showed you how to do it both ways. The first way is I start with my division equation, and then I see that I need to take away my divisor until I get 0. I took away my divisor from 12 2 times until I got 0. That's how I know that my answer is 2. Here, the same thing. My dividend, my biggest number, and my divisor. I take away my divisor from this dividend until I get 0. I took it away 3 times until I got 0. That's why 3 is my answer. Go back to here. I didn't have my equation first, but I can look at this and tell that my biggest number is 8. That's my dividend. And I'm taking away my divisor. I take away my divisor until I get 0. So I can put 2 here because I see that's the number I take away. Now, however many times I take it away until I get 0 is my answer. I took away 2 4 times. That's why 4 is my answer. And then the last one that we just did. I don't know my equation, but I can look at this and tell what my division equation will be. My biggest number is my dividend. I see that I start with 9. So I put 9 there. I see I'm taking away a number over and over again. I see that that number is 3. That's my divisor. That's the number I take away until I get 0. I took away 3 how many times? 1 times, 2 times, 3 times until I got 0. That's why I know 3 is my answer. I took away 3 from 9 3 times to get 0. That's why my answer is 3. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. All right, friends. So, you just learned another strategy. You just got super smart. Yes, you got even smarter. Not only do you know that division is equal sharing, but now you also know another strategy, which is repeated subtraction. If you need more practice, watch the video over again before you do your exit ticket so that you can get an A. Okay? See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.